Henshin a go baby, what's good guys? Yoku here, and a few of you, maybe a lot of you actually, have been asking me about Jing Yuan, Jing and Seele, or Seele, however you want to pronounce it. I don't really care, but the gist of what's being asked is whether or not they should pull on one banner or the other, or if this banner is better than the other. And I actually made a video about this during the beta, which there were a number of people, once I shared that information with them, that were saying that I was wrong. And now we're here where I'm not wrong. Once again, let me show you what I mean. So here we are inside of Pridewind, and big shout outs to Grimro, by the way, because he actually reached out to me, and I still don't fully understand how the skill point team builder works. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I understand the concepts as a whole. And so I have a little bit more of information, or like a better way to explain the information on how I would talk about team building and how I would talk about what characters value for what. So for the most part, we have Seele and then Jing Yuan, right? And then Seele's banner we know is Pela, Natasha, and Hook. Those are on Seele's banner, okay? I'm not gonna lie to you guys, those characters are not like super free to play friendly. The only one that I would say is whatever might be Natasha. I lie, because you get her for free. Pela, pull Pela. If you're gonna pull anybody, get Pela. I'll make its own video, but get Pela. You will thank everyone that tells you to get Pela later. There are a lot of people that are like, yo, don't tell me what to pull. I hate content creators that tell us what to pull, because let us pull what we want to. That's fine. You don't have to watch content, bro. Like, it's okay. I'm just trying to give those people who want a better chance at having a powerful or a good count a higher chance of having that. Now, as I talk about Jing Yuan here, the big thing here with Jing Yuan is the banner. So short answer, Jing Yuan's banner is better than Seele's banner. And I don't say that because he's better than Seele, which in my opinion he is, but that's a whole different thing, right? Like, I'm saying just based off the banner, you get more bang for your buck. If you were to spend money on either of these banners and you could only pick one, Jing Yuan's banner gives you a little bit more, a little bit being a lot of it, than what Seele's would give you. On Jing Yuan's banner, you are obviously, you're gonna get Jing Yuan if you get lucky or go to pity. You're also going to get March 7th from this banner. You're also going to get Tingyun from this banner, and of course you're going to get Shusang from this banner. Shusang, I don't know how to pronounce her name, please don't crucify me, but you can let me know in the comments how to pronounce it. Regardless, all three of these characters, or four rather, are phenomenal, but most importantly will be the 4-star characters. And the reason that I talk about them so much, the reason that each of them are probably going to have their own videos, but I already have one about Shusang, is the fact that these characters are OD. When I say OD, I mean OD in comparison to the rest of the characters in the game for the 4 stars, right? Even some of the 5 stars. Tingyun is, for lack of a better word, a budget Bronya. And I don't mean that she's weaker than Bronya by any means. I mean that they have the same concept, right? Sacrifice my turn to benefit or boost the main DPS, right? Bronya's case, she gives them a full turn. In Tingyun's case, not only does she give them an attack boost, but she increases their speed, and she refills their ultimate meter by, I believe, 50%. Let's check that. Here we go. Okay, so yeah, her ultimate itself regenerates 50 energy for the target ally and increases their damage by 20, 60, or 68% for 3 turns. Of course, depending on how much you've leveled up this skill, or this ultimate in this case. But still, her ultimate is going to give you half of your ultimate back, which is huge for characters like Shusang, because not only does that allow Shusang, right? Let's go back and I'll show you guys Shusang real quick. Shusang's whole thing is, if you didn't get Seele, well, guess what? Now you kind of have a budget version of Seele. Shusang doesn't have to get a KO on anybody. She just has to fulfill her own condition. So again, similar thing to Seele, but in this case, her ultimate advances her forward immediately. The moment you click her ultimate, right after that, Shusang goes again. Like, she literally says, boom, pop ultimate, do a lot of damage, activate my sword stance, and then go into the follow-up, right, which is her going again. Sword stance is already active, which means she's going to get the guaranteed follow-up to the sword stance ability, and then she just does a lot more damage again. And of course, you're building up your ultimate again as well. So it works in your favor for those two to be paired up in general. When you're looking at the banner and you're looking at Jing Yuan, you're looking at Shusang, you're looking at Tingyun, you're looking at March 7th. I'm not gonna lie to you, gang, all 4 of this, like this, the banner is perfect. When I told you guys in the video, I made a previous video and I said this banner is perfect. When I said that, I meant it. This banner is quite literally perfect. If you built a team around this entire thing, right, you're golden. Now granted, somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, because I just don't know, and you can change her to a sub if you want to, it won't really matter. But I don't understand fully right, the skill point usage and how to correctly read it.
Bruh.
Oh wait, this is updated. This was not here a couple days ago. You were seeing me get ball busted live. This was not here. All right, your team will end the 7-cycle battle with 33 skill. This was not here the other day, bro. How do I learn this? Okay, I figured it out. So you have to, this right here, perfect balance, okay? And you have to play around with this turn order thing. So in my head, right, I just did this off the top of the dome. This is essentially how this would work. And I could be wrong, but according to this calc, I'm not wrong. Jing Yuan's always going to be using his skill. Boom, because main DPS, right? Shusang is going to be using skill and basic attack because of the way this sword stance works and how it triggers, right? Of course, you're going to get your ultimate in there. Tingyun is mostly going to be using her skill, but she's also going to be using her basic attack because guess what? When she uses her skill and then basic attack, she gets an enhanced basic attack or something like that, so it does extra bits of damage. So you're going to be alternating between back and forth. And of course, since she's the faster character, she's going to be buffing Shusang, she's going to be buffing Jing Yuan, whoever goes after her, whoever's going to have their ultimate, things like that. Her ultimate's also going to apply, so then Shusang can go again. Jing Yuan can go and like, bam, zap everybody, right? Game's over by that point. The moment you use Jing Yuan and Shusang's ultimate, game's over. You buff them with Tingyun, GG's no re. Your opponent doesn't get to play the game. Now, if you're worried, right, you're worried about getting hit, well, guess what? You got March 7th, and you only need to use shield 3 times maximum, right? Because she can give it to any of these 3 characters. March 7th should not be shielding the entire squad before this unit, right? These units pull up the enemy. I'm just saying. So ultimately, this is, once again, the perfect banner, bro. You can't go wrong. March 7th Eidolons, golden. Chef's kiss. Tingyun Eidolons, golden. Chef's kiss. Shusang Eidolons, bro, take me to bed and pull them off. Every single banner that comes out from this point forward should be something similar to this, where you pull, and if you get lucky, you get every single character on the banner. That is your team. You're done. The only thing that I would probably do, and this is of course if you pulled on Seele's banner, I would change Shusang to Pela. That is quite literally it. And then same concept, right? Same concept. What is it? 4 and 4, I think, or something like that. 4 and 4. So I'd probably have something like this. Place Shusang with Pela. And of course, yo, guys, don't knock me on my skill point usage, but correct me. Help me get better with understanding the skill point usage, because I'm not gonna lie to you, until Grim told me something like this, I didn't even know this existed. Grim showed me this and he was like, yo, bam, here you go. Check this out. You should look at this. And I'm like, I had no idea that Pride1 had this on the website. So this is really cool for me to see. And I encourage all of you, I'll leave a link in the description down below, to go to Pride1 and use this as a method to start like building your team on what you want, because we have all this information, right? We already know what's coming on Jing Yuan's banner. They've already announced the banner coming for both Seele and Jing Yuan. Now, if for whatever reason they decide to change who's coming on the banner as far as the 4-stars go, that would, you know, throw me out. But in Seele's case, right, just real quick, if I were to reset this and I had, I think Seele, right? Seele's on the team. You get, where is she at? Hook. You get Natasha, and then you get Pela. Okay, so this is just not up to snuff because this team doesn't allow Seele to do what she wants to do. Now Pela, cool, awesome, right? Helps decrease the defenses of the enemy, and then you can do whatever you want. Healer for Natasha, great. She can keep the team alive. That's totally fine, and nothing's wrong with Natasha, right? Hook is the problem here. Hook, while being a good character, a good main target character, cool, that's fine, doesn't really work on this team of the others. Okay, so you would at that point have a completely different team that utilizes Hook versus having Seele and Hook on the same team, because Seele wants someone who's going to help her reach that 180 speed. Now granted, this is the 180 speed if you have her in the hunt or in the night light cone, but without it, then the 180 speed doesn't matter. You still want a lot of speed, but it doesn't matter for that number specifically. Now being free to play, of course, Hook gets outclassed by Asta, because Asta gives you a little bit more benefit, right? She supports versus having Hook on the team. And so guess what? Now you get to a point where, okay, this is free to play, she's free to play. If you get shafted and you don't get Pela, which I still encourage everybody to get Pela, but let's say that you don't get Pela, now you're out, you don't have a Pela. So who else is free to play that you can replace to help Pela, right? Oh, well, you get Don Hung for free to play. He doesn't really help Seele do what Seele wants to do next. You get March 7th for free to play. Now you got too much support, right? You got a healer, you got Asta, and then you got this. I guess Asta can count as like a sub DPS, but then you get into the whole skill point thing and it doesn't work too well. So now you really want a shielder or a healer. So can't use March 7th. Next, you get Xing-Chi. Xing-Chi could work, right? Double quantum, but she doesn't do anything for speed. She doesn't do anything for Seele. So now you just have like a suboptimal team, if you will. And it's not to dissuade anybody, right? I don't want anyone to ever think when I make these type of videos that I'm telling you, like, you need to pull this character, nobody else. If you don't do it, you're banned from my channel and we all hate you as a community. No, that's so dumb. I don't know why people think that about content creators. Maybe that's happened in the past. I'm not too sure, but I'm not that guy. I am only encouraging people with what I would want. If when I get into a game, right, like Hegan or Ruthel or whatever it's called, that's a new game, I'm so lost. I am so lost. I'm so thankful content creators that are out there that are making content on that game. I'm trying to think of ones while I'm talking, but the only one I can think of is Clint, because Clint's like most of the content that I watch, because he kind of piloted the content for that game. So when I look at content, I'm looking at Clint's content, I'm like, yo, I don't know what I'm doing. And then boom, video. And it's golden. So when it comes to Star Rail, I'm trying to be that same person, or one of those people that gives you guys the information you want in the game, that can help you make sound decisions, or if you have a question, you can ask it. Because it sucks when you're getting into a game and there's nothing, right? Like no one's talking about it, no one's helping nobody, any kind of stuff like that. So that's all I'm doing. But at the end of the day, it always comes down to who you want. If you want to pull on Seele, pull on Seele. I'm pulling on Seele. If you want to pull on Jing Yuan, pull on Jing Yuan. I'm also pulling on Jing Yuan. But I know a lot of you are free to play. I know a lot of you are free to play. It's cool. I'm not knocking anybody. I'm just saying, if I were free to play and I had to make a decision, my decision 120% would be Jing Yuan's banner. I get more bang from my buck, and I can skip the entirety of Seele's banner, and I should be able to, just based off of what we were able to do in the beta, I should be able to guarantee the 180 limited pulls by the end of Jing Yuan's banner. Now, I'm not saying that's at the beginning of his banner. I don't know that, but I do know between the start of the game going at the end of Seele's banner, I was able to get pity and a little bit over for the first pity for limited character. I just didn't get Jing Yuan or Seele. I got shafted. And then going into Jing Yuan's banner, because everything's reset at least 2 times before that banner, right? The Forgotten Hall, the simulated universe, all that kind of stuff, the rewards. I know that I'm able to get another rack, which is at least half of a pity. And then I do it again before the end of Jing Yuan's banner, and I'm guaranteed at least to get Jing Yuan from that point on. Now, going through all those summons, me personally, I'm just not touching Seele's banner. I understand that I said get Pela. I would also want Pela. If I'm gonna risk everything on Jing Yuan, I'm saving it all. I'm not touching Seele's banner at all until I get to Jing Yuan's banner if I was free to play. This is me. That's my plan if I were going to be free to play. If I make a whole different account and I play that account purely free to play, that's what I'm doing. And I'm rocking all the way out on Jing Yuan. The moment I get Jing Yuan and the other 3 characters, I'm going for his light cone. But that's it. Let me know in the comments what your plan is, and if you agree or disagree, if you think that Jing Yuan's banner is actually cracked out. But I have to get out of here now because I got like 4 other videos to make. So like the video, comment, subscribe. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I can't say my usual outro, but it's inappropriate for YouTube. Smell you later.